So I'm back at the second yard. Gonna peek in here and see if they're bringing in much honey, and also take some mite tests. Okay, this washboarding on the front kind of tells me that they're full of honey. Either that or it's the end of the honey flow. Hopefully the bees are nice. I didn't bring any smoke. So we'll see here. Here's the shaker jar. About half full of methyl hydrate. And then we'll put about an inch of bees in there. Just roll it down the frame and get about an inch of bees. Shake it for a few minutes and see how many mites fall off. We'll start with this one, I guess. They're definitely full of bees. And I can see a little bit of whitening in there. This one could probably use another box. But I'm out of boxes. So we'll have to see how full they're getting. They might even need another one. This is a good productive yard. The home yard hasn't filled out quite this much. Still lots of clover here. They're just starting to cut it. I'll pull a frame out here and see how much they're filling it. There's a third frame in and it's full. This is really good for this time of year to still have another box of honey. This one could use another box, but I'll have to come back here within the next few days, hopefully. So that is full. Very nice. So I got a brood frame out. I'm going to look and make sure that I don't see my queen. See if she's on here, I'll just move her back into the hive. And then I'll roll the shaker jar down the frame, collect about 300 bees, which is about an inch, and see what the mite levels are looking like. Hopefully low, but I've heard from a few others that they're finding a lot higher levels than usual. So we'll see here. A good pattern, by the way. I think next year I'll graft from this hive, depending on how well it does over the winter. It's been one of my better honey producers. It wintered well, and it still is going strong here, so that's nice. So I was just checking this hive. I'm going to take a mite test, and there's a new queen. I'll zoom in on her. There she is. This one was superseding last time I checked, so that's good. It's got a nice fresh laying queen going into winter. That's really good. I think every hive except for that one, as far as I know, has superseded its queen this year. So that's good. Got nice fresh queens going into winter. Isn't that cool? So I'll set this frame aside, or I could just set the queen down on another frame and then still take from this one, but either way. There's another one of my queens. This is a requeened hive. It came through winter and just wasn't really doing much, so I split it down. I got 2 singles and a nuke out of it. Put queen cells in, and it made me a box of honey even. So it's doing really well. So same thing, I'll probably just set the queen on another frame and then I can take from this one. These hives are kind of pissy, so I'm just doing a composite sample. Instead of taking 300 bees from each hive and shaking them individually, I'm just taking some bees from all of them and shaking it together. That'll give me a rough idea of where the mites are at. Hopefully 0. Nuke also filled up more with clover honey, so I won't have to feed it so much for winter. It's got, looks like 3 frames of honey on that side, and 2 or 3 on that side. So that's good. If it was canola honey, I'd be a little more concerned, but this is clover alfalfa, so that's fine for winter. There we go. So I got my little composite sample. That's probably 450 bees, I'm guessing. I'll count them individually after, and then I'll see how much, well, if I find mites. If I don't find any mites in there, I won't bother, but that'll give me a rough idea of the average. I think it is better to test each hive individually, but this one I went to roll some bees, like into the jar there, and they were just pissy, and I didn't bring a bee suit today, so I don't feel like getting stung up that much. But yeah, they look good. They're really happy over here. All that sweet clover and alfalfa, some goldenrod. It's really good. So yeah, I'm happy. I might just leave them 3 high. That one is filling up really well, but you know, I don't know how much flow we got left here. I'll kind of decide. I might put 4 high or just leave them 3 high. Alright, well that's it. See how it it goes here. Hopefully no mites. I've been really trying to keep on top of them. Every time I've let the mites get a little bit ahead, it doesn't end well. So, we'll see. I'm going to treat them anyways this fall with thymol and oxalic acid to hopefully just keep the counts at 0, or, you know, very low. Oh yeah, and the bee-yard spider is still here. I'll have to try and think of a name for him. Just hiding away there.